Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. How are we doing? I've really got to press that button slightly sooner, and then it will possibly change some other stuff. Hang on, I can't see that. I've got to do things. Let me fix the things. There we go. I fixed the things. Yes, it's been an evening. Not a bad one, but an evening nonetheless. How are we all doing? Apologies for the late start. I knew it was going to be late, but I was hoping to be not this late. Shopping was a bit of a weird fiasco. My, well, not weekly shop, but shopping anyway, delivered. And got everything booked last night. I was going to have it delivered tomorrow, but Friday was fully booked. Weirdly, there was a slot today, so I went for that. And that ended up being right at the end of that slot and threw all my other plans into slight chaos. As these things I want to do. And then, of course, nothing goes according to plan when you're cooking. If you've got a time scale in mind, and there we go. Why have you got a shield, folks? A moderator thing. New mod icon, I guess. I assume that's what that is, because you don't have spanners anymore, do you? Weird. Anyway. Get my life sorted out. How are we all doing? Evening, Steve. Evening, Al. Evening, Jazz. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Evening, Andrew. How you doing? Let's get this show on the road. And I think I've missed a bit. Oh, something weird's occurring. Yeah, there's definitely some shit on my glasses. Hey. Right, got things beaten up now, and I'll see if I can actually get some vision. Fluff stuck to them now. It's not going so well. Oh dear. I had one of those occasions where I'm pretty sure the universe was out to get me this afternoon. I decided to use the now empty bag that the potatoes had arrived in to peel my potatoes into, so that I could, not have potato peelings wind up all around the bin, which is the usual state of affairs when I peel them directly into the bin. And it went very well until I decided to transfer the bag to the bin, when the bag then split through all the potato peelings on the floor anyway. So, yeah, it's been one of those days. Actually, it's been a very productive day, to be fair. I got a lot of stuff done today. Still got yet more shit to get done, but we are progressing. How's it going, Iranian? You got a spanner on your end? Yeah, it's a little blue shield on my side. Interesting. Right, I don't think I've done anything since last time, but you know how that goes. Oop. I should back on the volume control. So, plan today is Tradecraft, I think. Hopefully, if I focus on that, then and possibly trying to cure my addiction to buff out. Yeah, hopefully, if I concentrate on Tradecraft, I should manage to. Is everything right here? I think it is. Get that done today, right, with the limited time and not be crazy late. I'm okay. I don't mind if I run a bit late, but not go off the deep end. I need to get rid of that. Oh yeah, I did have a look at maybe sort of planning ahead for a switch in weaponry, but we're not over the line on that yet, I don't think. Anyway, hanging out in my settler's house apparently. Not quite sure why. Actually, I have a theory as to why. Music, yes, because I was recording videos. That's why. The next question is whether or not I have the weather set up correctly, because I may not. No, I do not. Okay. Typical. Moment. Can you get a shield mod in Fallout 4? I wouldn't. I don't know. PC maybe, but I could be wrong. But I think, if I remember rightly, maybe I'm thinking of 76. I'm not sure. The grenade controls are in some way repurpose the shield mechanics from Elder Scrolls. I can't remember if that's true in this game or another one or all of them or what. So I don't know what impact that might have, but... Chinese SMG, huh. Basically looks like an AK but in SMG form. I'm now wondering whether or not I've got the scrapping mod on or off. I'm not going to worry about that right now. We'll get cracking. Somebody's going to go for a big snooze, I think, over there. It's having a hell of a think about it. Unless it's crashed, which is starting to look like it has. I fear we may have crashed. Yep. Wonderful. I love it when a plan comes together. Because I want to get moving and, you know, not faff around too much. The immediate requirement for the universe is to dump extra faffage on me. Come on, you can do it. Basic functionality, you can manage it. Just I kick the crap out of you. Thank you. Sometimes you just got to tell the computer who's boss. And then check again to see whether or not it actually did update my mods, because I don't know if it did or not. I'm going to go ahead and assume it probably didn't, because it would be too convenient to expect it to work properly, wouldn't it? It actually did. Weird. Why is the... It keeps fucking doing this. The scrapping mod is supposed to be at the bottom of the load order, but presumably something to do with Vortex, because I'm kind of doing a very foolish thing and using two different methods to manage my mods. It gets moved elsewhere, which it should not do. It is switched on though, which it should be doing, and I'm not going to fuck around with it right now. But yeah, it moves itself to the wrong place in the load order. A fit of fuck you energy, I suppose. Activate now? No. Carry on? Yes. How are we doing, Gray? All right? Yeah, I don't get quite as many pop-up questions as it seems No Respawns does. He seems to get about 3 or 4 more than me. I don't know if that's a console thing or what, but yeah. It doesn't screw with me quite as much. On the other hand, I still can't remember what the heck button I want to use. Are you wandering off, Piper? I did want to chuck some stuff in here, didn't I? Oh yeah, Nick and Bugmeat are still hanging around out here. Right.
Hey. Come on, moving out. Hey.
I'm all
on me.
ears.
don't know if Nick will actually be able to keep coming with me when we get to doing Tradecraft. But we best stop by Diamond City, I think, to get my addiction cured before we do anything else. Good, Gray? Yeah. Strange it's not updated on your side, but yeah, it looks like all the mods do have shields instead of spanners now.
You have marvelous bone structure. Stop by the
Hey,
mega
Doc.
surgery.
This better be an emergency.
It is.
Yeah. See what's wrong with me, Doctor.
Now, go over your symptoms for me, one at a time.
I took lots of buff out, and now I got the cravings, turning into Lucy.
Took one chem too many. Anything you can do?
Yeah, you got it bad. Let's flush your system. It's gonna burn like crazy afterwards, alright?
What, when I pee, or just in general?
And that's that. Anything else bothering you?
Feel better now that I'm cleaned up.
Glad to hear it. Anything else?
No, we're done.
Alright. Don't ruin my hard work by dying out there.
You know what? That sounds like an excellent plan.
Do all you outsiders wear such funny clothes?
Hey, you that
There's
trader
a dude
up from Quincy?
wearing,
You sell any ointment? I got me this itch.
lol. Hate that there's no particularly convenient place to go there. Could go to Arcjet and make my way out from there, though. Normally go Walden Pond, but... yeah, see Walden Pond. Yeah, we'll do that. Nearer. Do there many things adding and deleting at once? What, that it's randomly moving around? What time of day is it? Oh, that's fine. I like to jump things on, right? Yeah. Got to admit, I don't envy some of the complications that come from...
The most important walls in the Commonwealth.
I'm just using it to briefly wait for an hour. Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of complications to the whole mod dev side that I wouldn't want to wade through. Get up there. Thought it was somewhere around here. Ah, there it is, over that way. A little too far over. Oh, nice. I'd like to wait for the sun to come up a bit more and all. It might have given us a bit more light by now. Now we're talking. Oh, we're actually able to see what the hell's going on anyway. No, it's just on me, that's fine. Those freaking gunners. Oh, nice shot, Nick. In the interest of not getting effed. Cool. parts for bows and pistols. Makes sense to me. Where is Deacon? He's over here somewhere, isn't he? There he is. Nope, not that button. Oh. Be able to see it then.
Deacon? Is that you?
Like the disguise? It's Wastelander camo.
This is my pile of garbage, asshole. Back off.
Good, right? You're lucky I didn't do one of my face swaps, too.
You can change your face?
I put myself under the knife every year or two. New face, new body, you know, the full makeover. It keeps our enemies guessing.
Yeah. Not a bad idea in a way.
I almost
when you're
didn't
being hunted.
recognize you.
That's the point. So, about the job. The railroad's only recently been using the Old North Church. Our old base was underneath the Slocum's Joe. We had a pretty sweet setup until the Institute found us.
Your base was under a donut shop?
It's a lot better than it sounds. Well, it was, until it was blown to hell.
What happened?
Our HQ was strong, defensible. Heck, we thought it was secure. Inside a minute, the Institute troopers breached the doors and turned it into a shooting gallery. The survivors didn't have time to grab anything. So we're getting something important we had to leave behind.
What exactly are we looking for?
I'll tell you when we get inside. I know that's a bum deal, but strategic ignorance has saved our organization more times than I can count. We got a tourist nearby. He or she has information on the base, so let's pump him for information before we dive in. For now, I'll take point. So I'm looking for rail signs, symbols we use to send messages to each other. If you like that, we got signs and countersigns, dead drops, even a secret handshake. All right, maybe the handshake never got on. Anyway, the tourist should have a trail left for us. Here we go. Rail sign. The arrow in the center indicates a direction. So our tourist is up ahead. Let's keep going.
Good old Lexington. Which should be occupied again, I think.
Got another rail sign. Right there.
What? Oh, yeah, on the side. Looks like you did an alright job with dealing with that ghoul, anyway. Taking care of business. What's Deacon packing? Oh, hunting rifle.
And
Oh, wait,
another.
you're in the way.
We're probably close.
Cat trying to kill me on the stairs earlier.
Someone's coming.
Yep, I heard him. Don't need the military cap, I don't think. We've already got one of them. It's Nick, okay. It's out to shoot. In fact, I'm wandering through here with Nick. Could go a lot of ways, you'd think. There's a disappointing lack of commentary on it right now.
See the plus in the center? That means there's an ally nearby, our tourist. You take point on the conversation. Look, no matter what he says, you just say, mine is in the shop. Trust me.
On the bottom. Quite the view from up here.
Oh, thank God. You have a Geiger counter? Do you have a goddamn Geiger counter?
Why do you need a Geiger counter? This place is irradiated? Got one built to a Pip-Boy. No, I don't have a Geiger counter. Mine is in the shop.
Mine is in the shop.
Who the hell is he? HQ said they were sending one agent, not two.
Sorry, I'm new. He's just showing me the ropes.
All right. The wall is my witness. I thought I was dead. It's about goddamn time you headquarters bastards got here.
Yeah, that's not bad going at all. In danger?
Are you in danger?
I signed on for light recon, but that little Slocum's Joe of yours is crawling with goddamn chrome dome synth sons of bitches. If I haven't been made yet,
My
I'll
buddy's
spot
standing
it
right
when I
there.
leave Here, I'm goddamn trapped. The front's fortified to hell and back. They place mines all over the goddamn place.
What do you mean by chrome dome synths?
You know, them early model synths. Looks like metal wrapped over mechanical innards. You see them here and there doing who knows what for the Institute.
They have a
Oh,
minefield?
that guy?
Yeah, the mother of all minefields. I couldn't draw you a map if I tried.
I appreciate all you've done.
I hope it helps. I really do. As soon as it's safe, I'm getting the hell out of here. So if you need anything else, better ask soon.
Well, isn't Ricky just a ray of sunshine? You think he's telling the truth?
Speaking of truth, why did you lie to Ricky?
My job in the railroad is intel. That job's easier if no one knows who I am. So, I lied. I do that. So you handled the talky talk, and I got to watch from the sidelines. Go team us.
Why would Ricky lie?
People always got reasons to lie. The Institute could have turned him. Or, more likely, he's just seriously pissed off at us. Take your pick.
Crafted 100 plus. Bloody hell. How did you manage to get 100 plus of them?
He's probably telling the truth, but you never can tell.
I agree. Odds are good we can take him at face value. First rule in this business is never go against your gut. So if we take him at his word, the front door has mines, synths, and probably other fun and exciting prizes. So we're going in through the escape tunnel.
The donut shop has an escape tunnel?
What? Doesn't everyone have an escape tunnel? Seriously, though? Thank God for that tunnel. If it weren't for that, there wouldn't be any railroad left.
The tunnel has got to be easier than a frontal assault.
Easier, but no cakewalk. You lead us there, pal. I got you covered.
Okay.
Wouldn't want it going to waste now, would we?
Oh, is it guaranteed to have certain mods on it? I was wondering how on earth you managed to craft it if you didn't know how to craft it, but I think I'm caught back up again now. Railway line is here. Pew pew pew. If I remember rightly, this is a guaranteed T45 spawn. Yes. All set, I think. No, no left arm or helmet. Okay, most of the 45 set. Oh, and there's the entrance there. Not that I want it right now, anyway. But It's just over here, apparently. Yep. Rock and roll.
We're in. The back entrance is safer, but be ready for Gen 1s and 2s. So it's time you learn why we're here. We're retrieving a prototype developed by our good Dr. Carrington.
Who's Dr. Carrington?
All goes well, you'll meet him soon enough.
I'm risking my neck here. I want to know what I'm risking it for.
So I'll be straight with you, although you're not gonna like it. I have no idea what the prototype does. Us railroad agents are treated like mushrooms. Kept in the dark and fed... well, you get the idea. It's gotta be important, though. Des wouldn't risk our hides lightly.
Fractures. Explosions for everybody. Yeah, that does sound fun, actually. Could imagine that. I imagine the ghoul would quite enjoy that one. Although the question as to whether or not blowing things into tiny little pieces might make collecting bounties harder. But otherwise,
What can you tell me about the Gen 1s and 2s?
The synths didn't start off
I see,
as
Steve.
perfect copies of human beings. The Institute had to work up to that level of hubris. Gen 1s and 2s were stepping stones along the way. The Railroad's not fully united on how we feel about them.
What's there to be divided about?
Everyone wants to liberate the Gen 3s, the human-looking synths. Some of the synths in the Railroad, like Glory, think we should help earlier models too. But Gen 1s are basically the same as, well, a Protectron, so the line gets muddy. Do we defend AI rights? Terminals? Hell, turrets? Anytime it gets brought up, fireworks. All the old arguments flare up. The upshot is Glory and some others won't run missions like this.
well, they'll happily run missions where they get to shoot humans.
Let's find a prototype then.
Together with you, I like our odds. First step is to
We've got a squad of 3 people and the dog. I think we'll be good. We ought to be good.
Say the word if you want me to take a look at that terminal.
Actually, I can do it. Extinguish. Disciplines. No. This one's going to be an arse, I think. I seem to feel like Deacon usually does this, I don't remember now. Oh, get in. Oh, there's one at least. A dud, wonderful. Nope, we're out. You gonna take a crack at that, Deacon? Because otherwise we're gonna be here all day.
Hey there.
If we make it out of here alive, I guarantee you're railroad material.
Got it.
Well, sooner or later it's going to be the first one. Roger. Roger, roger.
Hello?
I don't... We're not alone. They won't be bothering anybody now.
Success. Maven.
Wait, see the box in the center of that rail sign? That means there's a cache nearby. Looks like Maven managed to hide something before... well, you know. Look around.
I do not, in fact, see a box in the centre of a rail sign or any other rail sign. Ah, there. Yep, there's a couple of bits of ammo.
Tinker managed to turn on the defenses. Barely slowed the coursers down, but hey, probably saved some lives. I don't think you've ever seen a courser, but they're top of the line Institute. Let's fuck up your day tech. There shouldn't be any coursers in here, but if there are, just run.
Well, I think that's going to help me. Running, I mean. If I try and run, I'll just get shot in the back. Pew, 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 pew. It's fine when they don't know you're there. Fly Nicholas.
They must want to protect something awful precious.
Ah, the railroad did. Not so sure about the Institute. What's this Odell? Kind of in a little weird place for 76 at the moment. There's not a whole lot of point in my doing anything until the next update comes out. Except maybe grinding out some
Another active terminal. We didn't have time to trip the defenses up ahead. Power 'em
some of
up.
the Burning
Give
Spring
our
stuff,
friends a little
maybe.
surprise.
But in terms of the building side in particular, until everything's working.
Combat initiated. Sustaining damage.
There we go.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
It would appear.
Managed to destroy it. Didn't help him though. Still one out there knows where.
Suppose someone should make use of it.
Gone.
Contact detected. Possibly.
I am no longer detecting an enemy presence.
Super lucky headhunter, quad explosive dragon, not bad. It's a fun one. Remember right, this is a good place to drop a save.
Sweet.
I don't know if I could shoot through here without getting...
Movement detected.
I can, apparently.
Speak of the devil.
Is someone present? I know you are still there.
chat. Assessment. You must die. Assessment. Not going to happen. Whew. Nearly happened.
Bye-bye, Gen 1s. Prepare to be shocked. Not every Slocum's Joe has a massive tunnel complex underneath it. We're entering a secret Defense Intelligence Agency research lab, a place that never officially existed. It's called the Switchboard. The prototype is locked up in the heart of the facility.
Songbird. Flashbacks to,
Nothing but a tomb for old spooks.
Yep. To, Phantom Liberty. There we go. That's what I was trying to think of. With Songbird. Stocked up on a few bits. Sure why they'd be camping out in the generator room, really, but space of theirs is rather lacking in bedroom facilities, apparently. Don't know if there's anything interesting on that terminal or not. I'm curious now.
Ah, the switchboard. A lot of...
So I can show weekly update. Cover briefing time, boys and girls. Numbers are in for September 38. Had a busy month. Number 38 had a busy month. Traffic was up 18% despite reducing cleaning in half. We're go for General's Operation Rotten Eggs. So hold your breath there. Getting onto the elevator. Anyone mentions Buzzy Bites, play dumb. Raspberry and cream filled were the hot items of the week. Mayor dropped by to Preston Fight on Thursday. If friends and family ask, you were downstairs in the shipping department and missed it. Saturday had a freak thunderstorm that blew out one of the transformers while the block was out without power for 4 hours. Those on shift have been briefed. Oh. What everyone would know is shipping was locked inside for the duration. Had a donut party. Deflect, deflect, deflect. Fewer details you give, less likely you are to be tripped up. Hindu Kush report. Everything we need, everything you can get from the unknown broadcast. TPN-03, human intelligence, signal intelligence, anything. I can't stress the importance enough. Daily updates. Second you have anything actionable, run it over to the databank. Halloween bash. After our shift, we're hitting Anton's for a Halloween party, costumes and everything. Civvies will be in attendance, including some Katie says you like, guaranteed not to be honeypot. You need to get out. This is a tough assignment for all of us, so don't let those data losers get you down.
Memories.
So, from before it became a railroad place, then.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything else on this side? Yeah. Drop a save.
Hello.
Pew pew. Considering I came in here with
detected. Ship shut in now.
basically a squad, I seem to be doing all the work myself. Not terribly surprising, I suppose. There we are.
Yes.
So I'm kind of a little torn at the moment with 76, because I'm rather frustrated with the state of... Sharp poke you. Oh, cool. With the state of Burning Springs being such a fucking spongy shit show. Amongst other things. I'm deliberating on whether or not I need to go back to my melee build, because it got to be a bit of a drag, the melee build. I got a little bored of it, because it just kind of one-taps everything, but it might be a good idea given the state of affairs. To switch back to it. Well done, Deacon, you hillock. Not quite sure why that didn't get tagged. Should have come up on...
Spared no expense, did they?
Yeah, should have come up in that. Didn't seem to want to do that one. High damage builds like that, they designed difficulty for... Yeah, I wouldn't say they designed the difficulty. Turned it into a spongy shit show, but... It's not difficult though, that's the thing. It's just a drag.
I'm through.
There any machines you can't charm?
Ha 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 ha. Section 1091-92 report. PAM initiative is bearing fruit. Foreign operatives report the corrective measures employed in the Taiwan Strait region have already stabilized matters after the Pascal incident. The first few iterations of PAM's core code have increased the effectiveness of the program dramatically. Without drastic action, we're approaching a point of diminishing returns. Team asks for double funding for upcoming fiscal year. With additional cutting-edge databanks, we can boost the processing power of PAM threefold. Additionally, PAM initiative needs to be fully tapped into all military and civilian agency intelligence apparatus. The combination of these two spends should give us a dedicated edge against the Chinese. Decided edge, rather. Scripts. I'm not going to go through all that. It's more than I feel like reading right now. I am now wondering what it was. It was about Pam's predictions pre-war. Maybe I should have a look at it. (2067 June 19, 2075 December 17, 2077 Jan 18). Plan, run the USSR China attack scenario. Processing. Query, what do Golder's entity chairman seek in hypothetical sector facts? Conquest. Run program. Answer does not logically follow. An ideal nuclear first strike scenario would still leave 59% of American nuclear stockpile free for retaliation. Posit, you cannot conquer what is destroyed. Pam, Chairman Cheng isn't always logical. He won't always make logical decisions. We've been over this. Warning, human variability results in highly flawed statistical model. Pam, run the program. Warning, emergency shutdown. Damn it, we've lost it. Power down. Did we get crash logs on that? I did get the wrong. Could you repeat for the general what you just told me? Posit Chinese stealth technology far outstrips our own capabilities. Posit the Chinese intelligence apparatus is sufficient to conceal large-scale research operations from American operatives. Conclusion: Chinese have a 91% chance of having conducted large-scale experimentation with stealth tech. Large-scale? What do you mean? What are their capabilities? American projects involving this technology, referred to stealth boy, have merely reverse-engineered, captured Aigui suits. The underlying science of the technology is unknown, so the theoretical limits are also unknown. However, the so-called Ghost Fleet Station A31B19 reported in November may indicate that testing has already commenced with submersible vessels. You think they have stealth subs? Second order approximation is inconclusive. Explanation: logic chain of these assumptions have too much variability for the data required. Can't even give a guess. Human interface aborted. Sorry, servers are working on some of her glitches. She gets real stubborn when she's doing too much guesswork. Stubborn? She's a machine. So with each new version, well, she's getting quirky. There's no way I'm taking this stealth sub nonsense to the Joint Chiefs unless I have proof. It's goddamn ludicrous to think the Chinese have been working on something this big and we've heard nothing. Virtually no actionable intelligence has come out of the Shanxi province for 3 years. However, province reports a spike in imports of complex polymers and other key synthetic compounds. Quantity in question is consistent with stealth technology research on a macro scale. Unless you can give me something concrete, I don't want to hear another word about this. There it is, go ahead, unplug the cables, she's clear. What's the data integrity at? Well, can't tell them until we boot her up. Initiating machine-human interface. Jesus, she's working, numbers are looking good. Commencing analysis of geographical point in space. She's actually in there, I can't believe we're doing this. After what she pulled off in July, I hear she may be sent over to the White House. Assessment complete. Greetings, Dr. May, Dr. Ramirajan. Interface is really coming along. When she runs it, have you seen how many cycles Malcolm is using for it? Perform primary function. DEFCON is currently at 3. Odds of the alert state increasing this month at 12%. In order to increase global security, a diverse set of detailed strategies must be adopted. I'll let the General know that Pam's mobile. Yep. Explains where she came from, how they got hold of her. Found her down here.
Whoever or whatever you are, I know you are out there.
I know you are out there.
Critical systems offline.
I had to take a guess on that second shot because I couldn't see anything. A bunch of synth armor. Ain't dog meat, Nicholas, one of you.
How you doing, buddy?
Dog meat, you're up,
Looks like
apparently.
whoever was here made off in a hurry.
Where's that play button?
Never mind, boy. Hey.
Open says me.
Should do for now. He's got the door open.
So, hey, take this.
There we go. La Deliverer. Yeah, that's just quite a drag. Tiny whispers. I believe the deliverer was his weapon.
Hey there.
I didn't think I'd ever see this place again. If we make it out of here alive, I guarantee you're railroad material.
Bit annoyed that that previous conversation cut off, because I'm pretty sure there's something there that's worth having. Carrington's prototype.
There's an elevator at the end of the hall. It should be a hell of a lot easier fighting the chrome domes on this side of the minefield.
Okay.
Hostile set.
Pew pew. Snap. Got a funny feeling I've never cleared that unlock this lock without snapping a bobby pin. I don't know where I get that idea from. It may just be a random impulse, but I feel like I haven't. Weird thought.
End of the line. Just power up the elevator.
Beatrice Bell. Well, the first to go, I guess, given the location. Here we go. Oh, I killed dog meat. I cut him in half. Last time we were here, a super mutant behemoth wandered through downtown Lexington, so it's kind of possible there might not be any synths up top. For the love of dog meat! Oh, there you are, buddy.
Heads up.
I did laminated. I feel like that's... I don't know if this is an upgraded one or... Oh, those numbers are weird. Or if that's just a sturdy one. Oh, those numbers are better. Still level 50, just really boosted. I don't think it's that. I think they're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. The way the game is designed doesn't give them any room to put hard content in the game. Only real ways of doing it are either increasing the stats on enemies, making them tougher, and so they take it, they can absorb more damage rather, or put more damage out, or both. But the result of that, especially the increasing their resistances part,
Anyone you walk away from.
is that they end up really spongy. Then the other way of doing things would be to reduce everybody's stats. So you get basically what I'm doing now, which is...
That's one way to get that coolant pumping.
I guess they're gone. Yeah, the other way of doing it is doing what I'm doing now, which is making everybody kill really quickly, which doesn't work in 76 because the way there's no cover system in the game, and the enemy AI and the design of the world in general really doesn't allow for the introduction of one.
Appreciating the moment really is a lost art.
We made a good team.
The best. See you soon.
So yeah, like whichever way they go, it's just not going to work well.
We'll be taking that.
All in all, a little frustrating when, you know, when you run into it. Yeah, well, where are you? You're over somewhere there. There's less mines because that behemoth wandered through them. Right. So, buying and selling a bunch of stuff might be a good plan. And then we need to head to the Old North Church. Good old that sound, Jupiter. Yeah, it's fun in Fallout 4. It's not fun in 76 at all. It's awful. But it is fun in Fallout 4 and Fallout 3. In Fallout 3, it also kind of works as a pause function as well. So.
Everyone in this city's always jumping and
Sell everything. Stim packs, ammunition, outerwear, dinnerware.
Let's see what you have.
Underwear.
Anything and everything.
No bloody wear? I don't know. Can go. Keep those for decoration. Stealth boy V. We'll get rid of him. I'm not encumbered picking all that stuff up. I've not actually got that much on me.
Run the bases. Trust me.
I'm sure I did. Also, Dogmeat's carrying a load of stuff for me, so that helps. Let's give it a go, because I had a go at running the bases before, and I don't think he gave me what I...
Must have been a pain in the ass.
Too bad.
Got a minute? Drinks on me.
Get out the way, I'm trying to run the bases.
You're heading outside the wall. You want to stock up and come into a weapon.
Yeah, I think despite having a mod that's supposed to re-enable achievements, I think they're still disabled. That's correct, isn't it?
Look, I'm telling you, it ain't just a story. University Point, that's
yeah. Somebody wanted to talk to me, didn't they? Somebody called Colette.
I've still got a question for you. I'm in town looking for Henry Cook. Do you know where I might find him?
Oh, he was the bartender who we helped with the robbing of the drug deal. We're looking for him. We should help you, but don't know where he is. Haven't seen him. I haven't seen him. I'm going to try and persuade.
I haven't seen him.
If you say so, I'll probably see you around town. Bye.
Huh. Didn't get a success, but didn't get a failure notification either. Maybe she'll try and jump me.
You there. We need to talk.
Is there a problem?
The problem is that I've learned that you killed my son Nelson. Is this true?
Not sure. I don't always get the names of everyone to kill. Makes you think I killed him. Yes, it's true. I killed him. Didn't kill him. Whoever told you was lying. What makes you think I killed him?
What makes you think I killed him?
Morosky says so. One of his guys saw you do it. Murdered him in cold blood. I dare you to deny it to my face. Did you do it?
Morosky's the mobster, isn't it? For whom I did, in fact, kill it. Who we robbed. So yes, it's true. He'll probably send people after me at that point. Let's try and persuade our way out of it.
I didn't kill Nelson. Whoever told you that was lying.
I've known Morosky
I
a long
failed.
time, and he wouldn't lie about this. Not to me.
Oh, you know, the local mobster.
And you're gonna pay for what you did. I promise. On my son's grave.
Oh dear.
I want to be left alone.
Hey, you that trader?
I think I'm probably going to be unpopular with a few people.
Shopping at night? Diamond City surplus.
Anyway.
Always.
Enjoy your stay in Diamond
Oh yeah, I
City.
do have deep-pocketed mods on my armour. That helps with my carry capacity a bit. Not that much.
Heads up.
We'll keep all of
I
that.
can lug for you.
Yeah, lug Mo Cronin over here so I can trade with.
Hey, Mo.
Now, don't be shy. You're never too old to own a swatter.
Let's see what you've got.
Handmade, each one.
You sure was weighing me down now.
I don't want to hear about
Arturo.
anybody getting
If you're
dead.
thinking safety, a long-range rifle lets you...
Let's see what you've got.
Feel free to test the...
Alright. Cool. Rid of all of that I wanted, didn't I? It doesn't weigh anything. Cool. Right, we're just on to... do we need the 45s? No, I don't think so. Yeah, we'll keep that. Don't need that. Cool. Good. Right. Let's stop by Hangman's Alley. Stuff some stuff in the workbench, and then we'll go and wrap up Tradecraft. It really didn't take as long as I thought it would. Mind you, I've done that quest about 50 times, so... Yeah, how are we doing? Still heavier than I'd like. That's the per item weight, I suppose, isn't it? Which is probably why I'm carrying as much weight as I am. I'll get rid of it later. There's the Old North Church. Nice. I forgot to head down there and open up the back entrance. Well, I don't know if I could do it last time, actually, but we'll make sure we've got this shortcut entrance into the railroad hideout sorted soon. What you found, dog mate? There you go, buddy.
Shouldn't take long.
Burn, baby, burn. Just a couple of ghouls, apparently. Interesting. Top of that's all boarded off. I don't see a way up there. There might be a way up there over here. There is. You'll be able to see the Pridwin from here. Looking in the right direction. Maybe I'm not. Just about to see it in the fog. A little rooftop abode for somebody. Very cool. Building's chained off. It's chained off. Why? Access via the basement. But how do you access the basement, I wonder? Curiouser and curiouser. Pretty good vantage point on a clear day, yeah. Sure would have done. That green paint's weird, man.
And the new guy patched me up, put me on his shoulder, and blasted his way through the rest of the complex. Synths everywhere.
Carrying you the whole time?
Amazing, right?
That's one word for it. Deacon told me you single-handedly secured Carrington's prototype, disabled a minefield, and wiped out 100 Gen 1s. So is any of that true?
Every word was true and then some. Mostly true. There wasn't 100 of them. And Deacon was with me the whole way. Got the job done. Does it matter? Why don't you believe Deacon? Why don't you believe Deacon?
Why don't you believe Deacon?
Let's just say that Deacon and the Truth aren't always on the same team.
Mostly true, but there weren't 100 of them. And Deacon was with me the whole way.
Embellishing the truth again, are we?
She would have fallen for it, you know?
Don't flatter yourself. Still, I was expecting Deacon to grab a full team, including Glory, to secure that prototype. But instead, just the two of you.
He tells Glory wouldn't do it.
Switchboard.
You'd be insane not to sign him up, Des.
You've certainly made an impression on Deacon. He's never spoken about, or lied about, anyone so highly before. Welcome to the Railroad, Agent.
Why should I join you?
If you're having any doubts, you shouldn't. Not very many of us live to retirement. But if you're like me, that doesn't matter. There are great wrongs that need righting.
Glad to be aboard.
It seems we're very lucky to have you. So you're in. Now we need to know what to call you. Secrecy keeps us alive. Code names are a part of that. So what's yours?
Don't want a code name. Fixer, Professor, any suggestions?
Have any suggestions?
No. It doesn't work like that. Your life, your name, your choice.
Bullseye? No. Charmer? Whisper?
Let me think.
It's a big decision. Take your time.
Fixer, Professor, Charmer, Bullseye. Not going for Fixer or Professor, I don't think.
Have any suggestions?
No. It doesn't work like that. Your life, your name, your choice.
Never joined the railroad. If you give her, let her choose, she picks something that's not on the list, which isn't. That's not a bad choice, apparently. Whisper's not bad. Charmer's not bad. Definitely relatively high on the charisma. Bit stealthy, so Whisper's not bad. Bullseye is kind of fun, but I don't really like that.
Let me.
Who's the other one?
It's a big
Fixer
decision.
and something else. Professor. Don't like Professor. Whisper, I think, is probably the best one.
Have any suggestions?
No. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Whisper.
Call me Whisper.
After Tommy? Or
Watercress.
either way, that's very fitting. Your first official order is to deliver Dr. Carrington his prototype and see if he can use another pair of hands. But first, it's time to meet the rest of the gang. The location of our HQ is one of
You
our
got
most
what it
hated
takes to
guard
go
zones,
far with us.
So be
I
careful
can tell.
coming in or out.
Hey.
You never can tell when you're being watched.
There we go. Ooh, level. Nice. Not far from an important one, I think. Yeah. 39, so 38 and 39 I want for that. Yeah, we were going to start putting points into luck, weren't we? And pushing towards better criticals and Grim Reaper Sprint and Critical Banker. Possibly 4-leaf Clover as well. Nerd Rage I'm not bothered about. Some stuff in here that's worth having, but not a top priority. Sandman wouldn't be a bad idea either if I do decide to switch things up. Do I want to switch things up? Additional sneak damage with silenced weapons. Yeah, I think I probably am going to do that, so let's do that. I do want to push the other stuff up, but some extra sneak attack damage with silenced weapons will be useful once we get there. Oh, I also need to start putting points into rifles, really, don't I? Started Boston After Dark. Carrington.
This is it. It may lack the amenities of the switchboard, but it's safe, and we've taken precautions not to be surprised again. Things are chaotic right now, so there's plenty for you to do.
Nice.
Desdemona told me to give you this.
An extraordinary feat to recover this, but that's hardly the point. Without a lick of training, and us knowing hardly
Listen
anything
up,
about you,
This
Des has invited
is
you to
Whisper.
join
He
HQ.
did the
It
switchboard.
would have been nice if she had
He's a full
consulted with her
agent
second in
effective
command.
immediately.
But what's
I'm
done
counting on
is
each of
done.
you to show him the ropes. Feel free
Since
to
you're here
welcome him
now, we
aboard.
might as well put you to
That is
work.
all.
What, you don't think I can handle a dangerous job?
The danger doesn't concern me. Your work at the switchboard proves you can deal with that. I just hope the mission doesn't require knowledge about synths and our procedures. Something you've had scant opportunity to learn.
You guys recruited me, don't need the attitude, cut to chase, tell me what you need. Tell me what you need.
Tell me what you need, Doc.
One of our field agents, Old Man Stockton, needs help with the runaway synth. H222. So headquarters, as always, puts out the fires that others can't be bothered to put out themselves. The paranoid old bat won't even tell us the problem. He insists that we get our intel from a dead drop.
What's a dead drop?
Never read a spy novel, huh?
Oh dear lord. A dead drop is a mailbox with a rail sign on it. It's a common means of communication for us, so keep an eye out for them. When you make contact with Stockton, he won't give you the time of day unless you give him the proper countersign. The current sign is, do you have a Geiger counter? And the counter is, mine is in the shop. Please tell me Deacon taught you that at least.
So what I need to know, including that. You can trust me with this, I'll get it done. I'd like to try and get the persuasion pass, but apparently my charisma is not high enough to be sure of a success there. We'll see how we do. Yeah, let's give it a go.
You can trust me with this. I'll get it done.
You sound rather convincing, actually. Stockton
you did
is
go
a
well.
prominent businessman at Bunker Hill. The dead drop will be near there. Use the escape tunnel in the back to get there quicker.
And there we go. We've been able to put a 308 on a combat rifle. I've never really used the combat rifle.
I hope
There we go.
to God the Institute doesn't find us here. At least not soon.
Yeah, I've never really used the combat rifle, but oh, detail, nice. The fact it's like semi-automatic really puts me off it.
Are you injured? It's a wonder you and Glory don't set off metal detectors.
Use the back entrance. Too much traffic through the church and we'll burn this hideout. It's not an easy road you've chosen, but you're never alone in this.
Cash, ally, danger, pointer, safe house, dead drop. Safe houses, don't know about... Oh, Alan and Herkimer, I think. I don't know about Augusta and Randolph. Dayton, Griswold, Stacks, and Ticonderoga still going. Agents. Glory and Deacon. Tommy Whispers is dead. There is Tinker Tom.
You've been hitting the chems way too hard, but I got my eyes open. I see.
Excuse me.
The sensor sweep says you're clean. Hooray! We're bug free.
What?
I went through a sensor sweep?
Every test Des would let me run. Full EMF scan, biological sniffers, and other state-of-the-art security. So the sweep says the Institute isn't watching you, or us. But the tests lie, man. Okay, have you eaten anything out there? Because if you have, they got you.
Are you seriously asking if I eat food?
The food out there is dangerous. It's contaminated. That's why I grow my own food. Reclaimed pure water, local nutrients. Nothing goes in me that I don't see. That's how you stay safe. The Institute has these tiny microscopic robots in the food, man. And they report back.
Tom, that's rubbish.
You just don't get it, Carrington. The Institute is in your blood.
If true, that's terrifying.
If he had a shred of evidence for any of it, agreed. Quite terrifying.
Okay. If you really want to be safe, let me give you a little shot. Desdemona says no one has to, but it will kill those little robots.
There's battery acid in that serum of yours.
You can't nuke an omelet without irradiating some eggs. You ready to shoot up?
What's in the shot?
We've got algae, some yummy bacteria culture, and just a little bit of battery acid. But we gotta burn those babies out of you. It's a hard reboot of your system, man.
I can't remember what the pros and cons are, but I'm going to go with no.
There's no way in hell I'm letting you do that.
Fine. Let them hear and see everything. Okay. I hope you like your whole life being downloaded to the Institute's mainframe.
I do enjoy the characters down here. Tinker Time in particular is great fun. Your go-to, huh? I prefer like bolt actions and high damage single shots. I liked Gauss rifle was my usual go-to.
Actually, I dose myself with radiation to kill the blood robots.
I read you, man. Smart. I'd rather have some hair loss than let the Institute win. Hey, you get it, man. I make things around here. You go and do. You do whatever. And come back and I will set you up.
Let's see what you got.
Make yourself comfortable and prepare to be astounded.
I thought he had some stuff. Does he have anything good though? Classic 10mm? Manual rifle? So we'll probably be switching to Power Fist for power fisting. Guitar special, speaking of. He's got a bit of cash on him, hasn't he? Don't think I've got much that I want to sell right now. I think I did it all, didn't I? Whoa, excuse me. Okay. Slightly better night's sleep last night, which was definitely required.
Might want to flush your
I'm still
system's
knackered.
rat away before your hair falls out.
Do I actually need to do that? Can't actually tell what my rads are right now. Oh, just a little bit.
When running synths out of the wealth, wastelanders can be a bigger problem than even the Institute.
Yeah, I do believe
Got
that.
a lot of synths in play right now. Makes things really dangerous.
You gotta be
Excuse me.
careful, man. The Institute is everywhere.
I'm just gonna pinch all the valuables.
Information is a difficult transition for new agents.
Yep, I can imagine
Deacon's
so.
record's the best. You could learn a lot from him.
Glad you signed on. Means I might get to take the occasional night
Got
off.
a thing for antiques, huh?
Yeah, you could say that.
Based off what Deacon said, I expect great things from you.
Excellent.
Maybe
Right.
Tom's cooking up something. I hope it goes better than last time.
There's Pam.
Recalibrating using new data set.
The one and only. Just gonna lift all your goodies, Pam.
Pam.
Processing. Agent. Whisper. Your arrival was not calculated.
It's early for you, I think. Well, it's like 22:11.
What do you mean it wasn't calculated?
Temporarily unable to process verbal input. Still processing. Preliminary adjustments to statistical models complete. Commencing introduction. I was, am, and will most likely be Pam. Predictive analytic machine.
Do you work for the railroad?
Yes. My goals and the railroad organization have a high degree of correlation. They provide data. I provide first-order approximations of the behaviors of all residents of the region, designated Commonwealth. Rephrasing. I predict the future.
You see the future?
That is this unit's primary goal. Caution. Biological life forms behave erratically, unpredictably. All output subject to an extremely high margin of error.
Just how inaccurate are you?
The smaller the group, and the greater the time frame, the less accurate I become. But all predictions are affected by the human element. Operation complete. You are a rogue variable. No current or previous models predict your presence or existence. Query: what is your point of origin?
Why do you want to know?
If I cannot explain your existence, future predictive models may have an even greater degree of inaccuracy. I repeat, what is your point of origin?
Vault 111, not telling you a long story. Vault 111.
I'm from Vault 111, if that's what you mean.
Accessing. Vault 111. Cryo Vault. Believed destroyed. Conversation terminated. Pending construction of new probability matrix. Rephrasing. Goodbye.
Pam.
Analyzing. All processes are busy.
Yeah, I don't think I can begin the process of talking to her and getting...
I suppose you're here for my...
No, actually, I'm not. And getting... ballistic weave just yet. I think I need to do a bit more. Also, we'll have to stop just before the end of Boston After Dark, which I think is the one we're doing right now, because... Kingtown suit, I'll take. At the end of this one is when Mercer Safe House gets dictated, I think. I think it's the end of this one. I'll need to double check, but... I want to make sure it goes somewhere I'm happy with, rather than forcing me to set up Mercer Safe House somewhere I don't want. Everybody coming in this way is going to end up with very wet shoes. Wet feet. Childlike? No.
Nice.
Scorpions. I got a bad feeling about this. I didn't know better, I'd think that was a hint. Off we go. Off towards Bunker Hill, aren't we? Not too terribly far from Pickman Gallery, which is somewhere around here. This building, this game. I have enjoyed getting back to it. Kind of having to relearn a couple of bits here and there, but that's to be expected, I think. Pickman Gallery just around that way. I can't really remember. Matters.
Shoot there.
I got fucked. I didn't know what was going on there, and I couldn't really see. You could sort of vaguely see the figures there. This time I will rig my Rawangi. Maybe I won't. This time something else is occurring. Brotherhood are fighting somebody. Super mutants. They got him, apparently. I got one.
Hi. If you aren't Brotherhood, you're nothing.
Eat my shorts, Morphol. No, they've planted a flag on here this time.
Hi. Military business only.
You're not military. No matter how much you want to pretend you are. Right. It's down this way, isn't it? There we go. No, I think I know roughly where I am. Stockton's holotape. Listen to that on our way over there, I think.
Update. Observed unusual activity has ceased. Window is open for a heavy to make contact, but they should act now. The package is still in my possession. It cannot remain here safely for much longer. Out.
And there we go. Yeah, the radio is a weird one. At least for me, anyway, in Fallout. Because I spent so much time streaming it and stuff, I never have it on. Which is just as well, because excessively
What it lacks in personality, it makes up for in greed. They must want to protect something awful.
What's going on here? Not very much, it would seem. Stockton. What was I going to say? I've forgotten now.
Hell of a view from this thing.
Yeah, too much listening to the radio and you get through the playlist too quickly and then it ends up being a bit repetitive, but... So I don't mind too much not having the radio on, but... Once in a while I do miss it. Nick jumping in from above for some reason. Well, there's Deb.
Hi.
I fixed up most of what's here myself, so it...
Right. I've got a few minutes to...
See something you like.
Uh-huh.
Right, we'd like to get rid of. Most that I want to keep for decoration reasons. Actually, I'll probably keep the Mentats as well for the same reason. Yeah. Surprisingly little I wanted to move there. Anyway.
Looks like we could catch a breather in here.
Yeah.
Welcome, my friend. Might I ask, do you have a Geiger counter?
What do you ask? Have a Geiger counter built into a Pip-Boy? No, I don't have one. Mine's in the shop.
in the shop.
You? I was expecting someone of the feminine persuasion. You're with our mutual friends, yes?
You're the one that needs help, right?
Indeed, I do. You've just joined, haven't you? All you need to know is this is the first stop for all our new packages. So maintaining proper security here and preventing any unnecessary delays is crucial.
Why do all packages start here? Looking at since trader always wants to use merchandise sufficiently. No one likes delays.
Why do all packages start here?
If you don't know the answer to that already, I'm not certain I should tell you.
I'm helping you out. The least you can do is answer my question.
Let's just stick to business, shall we? My current package has been in my possession far too long. I'm supposed to deliver the package to someplace nearby, but raiders have complicated matters. So, if you could...
Just muscle, facilitate delivery. Yeah, facilitate delivery.
Facilitate delivery. I can do that.
We're supposed to make the delivery at night, so once you clear out the undesirables, we'll meet after the sun sets.
Secures the rendezvous point. Where is the rendezvous point? It's up that way, isn't it? Right. Yeah, that's... I don't remember the best way to get there. It's out this side door and then round, I think. If you want to jump the fence, which she could do, but... Is that correct? Yeah, along here and it's up the way, yep. Who's this? Random caravan worker, thought as much. Ah, yes. That TFL around here somewhere or not? Nick's having a conversation with somebody about something. Caravan worker, I think. Presumably a missing person. Seem to remember there's a bunch of trouble around here.
Hey, toss anything you can't haul my way.
End of the line!
Pew pew. What did Dogmeat find? Outs and outs. Probably not much of any interest, really. Catch you later, Jupiter. Right. Not going in here, but I have done in the past, I think. I don't remember if there's a quest center in there or if I just went in there to have a poke around, but... Super Mutant Den. I think I cleared that out a while ago. Don't know if it's still clear, though.
What's that? Anyone you walk away from.
Rid of those. Oh yeah, we're coming up on Automatron there, aren't we? Too close, really. Under the circumstances, and away up to the freeway, I guess, if I really wanted to. Can I get through here? Curious. No. We'll use the door then. Like a sane and reasonable and rational human being.
What? Don't you
Oh, what tag then? Ah, didn't get in. They're not going through the windows. I'm a bit annoyed about that. Whoops. I'm decidedly annoyed about that, actually. Where's the other one? There are two in here. One of them left. Of our unintended exit. I don't want to go over there and start automatron. I kind of do want to go back a little bit and maybe run through again. In fact, I think I will because I don't want to risk triggering automatron just yet. Yeah, let's go back to there and then run through that again, just to be on the safe side. Because once you trigger automatron, you really need to run through it, otherwise it's just going to keep nagging you with gangs of rust devils and stuff.
Suppose someone should make use of it. Now you have problems.
Gotcha. Spotted up there, and I'm kind of wondering what's up there now. Or this raided then, I guess. No. Only some valuables. Oh, you don't get much closer than that. Well, picking him out of your teeth anyway. Oof. Any closer and I'd have got hit very, very hard then. In a Biznell. Yeah, Bethesda's growth does kind of lead to them having less sort of focus in a way, and it being harder for them to make the kind of bespoke content of which there is so much in downtown Boston.
That's what I heard. Rumor is one guy took out the whole place.
Who's there?
You are so dead! Got a bit! Go for the side!
Yeah, that's a little better. Don't know if I triggered anything or not this time. I think I stayed further away from where the start of there you are. Start of automatron actually is. Yeah, Bethesda's growth makes detail, like coming up with stuff like the downtown Boston area, harder in some ways because there's so much stuff in here that's been added by people who are just free to add whatever the hell they like to it. They kind of can't do that anymore, which is a definite pity. Let's see what Test 6 and Fallout 5 end up looking like in light of that. There they are.
Excuse me.
Everything looks clear. This is H222. H2, here's the person I talked to you about.
Sort of name is H222. Nice to meet you. Not an ice cream social. More raiders out there. We should make this quick.
Nice to meet you, H2.
Another person actually happy to meet me. This'll take some getting used to.
Remember what I told you, H2. I'll fire
Density versus vastness. Yeah, it has to do with the way they organise things and have to sort of maintain a group focusing on different things so they don't interfere with each other.
To go. Keep H2 safe.
Organising whole groups of people and all that. They're not here yet. Okay, cool. Can I save? I would like to save. Well, that works, but it's not ideal. Right, I wanted to just quickly check Boston after Mercer saved it else, didn't I? Reasonably good job of shutter space. Yeah, but it's single focused location, and it doesn't have anything like the level of sort of detail that most of it doesn't have the level of detail that something like Fallout 4 does, or Downtown Boston or anything. Not that it should anyway. Different vibes, like sci-fi versus anything else, but yeah, sci-fi versus destroyed world, basically. But yeah, I did enjoy Shattered Space. There was a few bits I was like, okay, not so keen on that. There were a couple of bits that were very, very predictable, but on the whole, I thought it was good. Doesn't have quite the flair though. There's some really good locations and designs and stuff in Starfield, but again, they don't have quite the flair and the uniqueness, and there's more details and stuff that could have been added in some ways if they'd had more time and more freedom to just kind of, for devs to just insert their own stuff in the way that they used to do up until sort of the end of Fallout 4. But yeah, it's not really a viable option anymore for them, which is a pity. Victim of their own success, really, in that way. Talk to Pam after completing Boston After Dark and starting Butcher's Bill. Possible settlements, notes. The location the soul survivor gets sent to is determined upon receiving the Butcher's Bill quest from Dr. Carrington, which automatically begins after completing the conversation with him at the end of Boston After Dark. Okay. All right, okay. That's fine. I can work with that. So let's get this done then. Here they are.
Excuse me.
Everything looks clear. This is H222. H2, here's the person I talked.
Nice to meet you, H.
Another person actually happy to...
Remember what I'll fire up the signal.
That lantern.
And there. Time for me to go. Keep H2 safe. Someone will be here shortly.
Hey, H2.
From what I've been told, it's probably safer if I don't say anything. I don't want to put you in any more danger.
All right, talk to me. Appreciate the thought. Leave you alone. Eat danger for breakfast. Tastes like chicken.
I appreciate the thought.
It's just that you guys are all, well, no one's ever stuck their neck out for me. I wanted to thank you. This world is overwhelming. But people like you make me feel better about coming here.
Yeah, with Starfield Cities, like, I really, really still love the way Aquila City is designed. I think it's absolutely brilliant. The rest of them, not so much so. Some of them have some good ideas. In particular, what's it on Mars? What the hell's the name of the city on Mars? You know the one I mean. Oh, that's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. Cydonia, that's it. But they needed to be much, much bigger, much more detailed, and there's whole fucking things that they need to be a city that are missing. Like Cydonia is a great industrial centre, but it really doesn't have any of the other stuff that it needs. It's just too small. It's just a very, very small work outpost. It really should be way bigger. You could... I mean, this applies to Aquila City as well. It doesn't have enough work areas and stuff to it either, outside of the traders and stuff. It needs more of everything. It's just not big enough. And then more unique places in most of them as well, interesting things. You look at what the people do that live in New Atlantis. And the ones on the top levels, they go shopping. They've got the shops, and that's about it. There's no industrial areas at all. Then there's the kind of industrial stroke shopping areas down in the well, but even that's not enough. Just need it needs more going on. There's no nightlife, and a city like that should have nightlife. There's like 2 bars in the whole bloody place and a restaurant. It doesn't. Yeah, it's just missing so much. What's there is well used, but and fairly well designed, particularly like the well actually for New Atlantis, but it just needs more. And they feel underdeveloped for that. Especially, I mean, when they're brand spanking new, fine, but they're not. They've been established for a few hundred years at this point, and there should be more going on. Especially around industrial centres and places like that. It's like the ideas are there, the concepts is, the tone is put in place, but the rest of the city is just missing. Which is a bit of a pity. Yeah, they could have done more when making your choices feel impactful as well, I think, yeah. Mind you, I did see somebody complaining something about, was it? Oh, that was it. Like, people suggesting that if the series has made the New Vegas characters' choices, the courier's choices, worthless, what's the point in it all? And I'm just there thinking, I fucking guarantee you, the people who are saying this, 10 years on from their life, 10 years after they die and are off the earth, most of what they did in their life will make no fucking difference to anybody apart from their immediate family. Most people's life do not change the world. And I know theoretically you're paying one of the people whose lives do change the world, but it's not obligatory. In my view, anyway. Bots are always too small to be viable. Yeah. You get that in a lot of them. That happens in the show, actually, as well. Mind you, they kind of laugh at that in the show. But yes, they are all way too small. But yeah, Bethesda do that with all this stuff. Their cities are not meant to be the full city. They're meant to give you the impression of the city, and you just have to imagine the rest of it's there. Because it's a practical consideration of them having a small development team, I suppose, or was. At least that's what they've said. And it makes a certain amount of sense. But after a while, it gets to the point where you are feeling like, yeah, but where is the rest of it? It's missing. It needs to be there. Especially when you see something like, they couldn't go Night City scale for all of their cities, because there's too many of them. Night City's the whole game in Cyberpunk. But the comparison's going to start happening once you've seen it. And to a degree, GTA does the same thing as well. There's so much more city there that it leaves Bethesda's hint of a city, like micro cities, feeling underdone. And I say that from somebody who actually likes quite a lot of them. Like I say, Kilo City, I think, is a fantastic design. Again, it just needs more uniqueness and more, in particular, working environments, and then more a little bit more nightlife and a bit more use of the nightlife by its inhabitants, stuff like that. More to their routines than what is actually there as well. Best representation of a city. I can't think of a better one than Cyberpunk. There's so much going on in that. The only issue with, or the biggest issue with Cyberpunk as a representation of a city is that the people wandering around the streets aren't doing anything. They're just walking down a street. They're not actually going about a life. So you can follow them to a certain extent, but you don't feel like they're really living their own life on the same level. Probably because the city's so big and developed in other areas. But you flip it on its head, you get like the traffic. If you're driving around the city, especially on PC, where the effects more, the good things are enhanced and the bad things are less obvious, then you get like you get more traffic at different times of day. Different parts of the city are busier at with traffic, that sort of thing, and it's quite cool. Can't say too much about GTA because I played a chunk of GTA 5, but I didn't really enjoy it, and it's been a while, so I don't know, maybe I'll give it another go sometime, but yeah. But cities are difficult to do because they are so dense and complex. But if you're going to include them, you need to do them, I think. Especially these days, because we've now seen cities looking so cool. Yeah, if it's realistic scale, you have vast areas of inaccessible city. Yeah, look at downtown Boston, for example. There's huge numbers of buildings you can't get into because they're boarded up, but it does a better job of hiding that, or making sure you're less aware of that, or less conscious of it, which is cool. But you need to find a way to make it work, is the answer. Yeah, big ego, less protective. Yeah, to be honest though, they need to get over the technical problems of doing that and find a way to fucking do it, because it's not going to hold up for very much longer. And AI generated ain't going to do it either. Maybe it just means they need to put the work in. I don't know. But it's one of those situations where all the good reasons in the world aren't going to change the fact they need to solve the problem in an acceptable manner. And it's probably going to be a set of circumstances where impossible is not an excuse. Or at least if it's not there for now, it will be before long.
I have a lot of questions, especially about the Institute.
That's precisely what Mr. Stockton said I shouldn't talk about. At all.
Vehicles, just every building will be enterable, and the NPCs are named and everything. Yeah, it sounds like they're going for the right thing. It's a question of how much of it they're going to pull off, and how many of them there are, and so on. Yeah, I think it's looking promising so far, Gray, that one for sure. You understand more about the Institute? Some of you help you? Yeah, let's give it a go.
If I understand more about the Institute, I may be able to help you, and others, better.
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Institute. I worked the maintenance
Follow them into shops and stuff, that's cool.
every day, for as long as I can remember. The only time I spoke to anyone was to acknowledge scientists' orders, and very rarely to other synths.
Yeah, it's definitely a balance to be struck there for sure, Andrew.
Days than I have my entire life.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying exactly IRL scale. I definitely need to find a happy medium, but it needs to feel like a living, breathing city with all the stuff that a city has, and very, very rarely does it get pulled off these days in a way that is satisfying. And like I say, there are very good reasons for it. Doesn't change the fact they need to start doing it anyway, though. Yeah, exactly. The whole game world's a single city. You can do a lot more with that city, but yeah, it is a problem. But you either solve the problem and do it, or you're going to end up with it looking underwhelming and undersized and incomplete. So, yeah, it's one of those. It doesn't really matter if it's difficult or impossible to solve. It needs solving anyway.
But you know where the Institute is, right?
Stockton already
Kind of the way it goes sometimes.
I don't know. I really don't. He says no synths, no. How or why that is, I can't say.
How he got out, that's what I want to know. Oh,
How did
there
you
go.
escape the Institute?
The only thing I'll say is I had help. Sorry. It's the one thing I won't talk about.
Okay.
What's life
Fair
like
enough.
for a synth in the Institute?
Synths are expected to behave like machines. You await instructions, you execute instructions, you perform basic self-maintenance. Anything else is considered defective. And then the SRB comes.
You mentioned the SRB.
They're the ones that watch us to make sure we're not defective, to make sure we don't run. Synths that get noticed just disappear. I don't know where they go.
Yeah, old Nicky over here, he's got some idea.
You worked with scientists?
Yes, at least that's what we called them. My only interaction with them was to receive orders on what to clean. I would acknowledge my task and occasionally ask for necessary clarification, but that's really it.
Peeler post. Interesting thought. Part of the reason they're popular is because people want to play them. Also, the fact it's hanging over everybody's head in more than ever. So I suspect that's part of it. But from a development standpoint, I don't know. Fewer people moving around a city because most people are dead definitely simplifies it because you're not trying to move so many moving parts.
What do you know about the rest of the Institute?
I heard there was a concourse above the tunnels. It's huge and big and green with many synths, but they're watched more carefully by the scientists. Mr. Stockton said very few synths from that section ever escape.
I'm not sure if that's true, to be honest, Steve. From what I've heard, Creation Engine does a few things very, very, very well that exactly what Bethesda needs it to do. There are other areas where it does struggle, for sure. I don't know that anything else would do a better job either, though. Like most engines out there have their own shortcomings one way or another. Whether or not you see them or not, I don't know. But the other thing as well is, from what I'm hearing, the engine has undergone a substantial overhaul again since Starfield. So it'd be interesting to see where it's at now. Not both for the upcoming update for Starfield and for what they're doing for 6. So, who knows what impact that might have.
Goodbye, H2.
Thank you. You have no idea how nice it is just to talk to someone.
Nearly current affairs. Sure does feel like it some days.
Easy there.
Don't shoot. Whisper, right? I heard about you. Walked the Freedom Trail, cleared out Switchboard. Glad you joined the team.
Do you have a Geiger counter?
Right you are. Mine is in the shop. All good? Now,
Gotta do it
take
right.
a look at our friend. Hey, you okay?
A little rattled, but I've never been better. The other man, he said I shouldn't talk too much.
He told you right, H2. You'll need a real name and a new face, but we'll get to that. Oh, listen. There's more than raiders behind me. Afraid we need a little more help.
Yeah. I've got no idea really what the problem is. The more stuff you pack into a game, the more it's going to struggle, and that's just going to be true on any engine. So, more approachable for modders than most other engines. Yeah, part of that's just Bethesda's choice, though. They choose to make it that way, and that they open things up. More and more developers are doing that, though, where they have the permission to do it. Obviously, if you're using Unreal, then you need Epic's permission, and ultimately, and I can't imagine they're going to be in a rush to do that, given how much they make off the back of that engine. they're going to want people using it to be paying for using it, whether that is developers or mod devs. But for those who've got their own engines, like you're starting to see like CDPR and Larian and people like that are opening up their engines more and more, which is cool to see as well. Now, I thought that turned on, but it doesn't seem to have done so. Yeah, man.
What do you mean, a new face?
We gotta file off the serial numbers on new arrivals. Make it hard for the Institute to find them. Most sense going for a brand new set of memories as well. You know, for that extra protection and all. But first, we gotta get them to safety. We need to get to Ticonderoga's safe house, my home. A lot of sense fresh off the boat crashed there until we smuggled them out of the Commonwealth.
Hmm. Some of biggest bugs compare to many different systems running simultaneously. Yeah, but as far as I can tell, everybody who's trying to do anything remotely like that is running into the same problems. Doesn't matter. Anybody who's got a really big open world with a lot of systems in it has a shit ton of bugs as well. Doesn't matter what engine they're using; they're all having the same problem, or their own set of variations on that theme. You know, their own set of bug-based problems. Doesn't matter whether you look at the stuff that Ubisoft have put out, or the stuff that CDPR put out, or what I recall, Grand Theft Auto was full of issues when that launched. Not quite in this, didn't get quite the same publicity, I don't think. But I wasn't really looking, so I don't know. But I think that did have issues. I'm sure there are other examples that are escaping me right now. So I think they're all biting off more than they can chew with that, because they've got people like me sitting there and saying they need to do more, and everybody else as well. So they push further and further, and just inevitably, the more stuff they put in, the more stuff can break, and the more they ask it to do, the more it will break.
You do anything else there?
Most of what we do is look after the new guys. They usually got a million questions, so I try and answer as best I can. We got some of our own questions, too, about the Institute and whatnot. Agents sometimes drop by to lay low if the bad guys are on their tail. Never a dull moment. I'll lead the way.
Features it. Yeah, I bet if you look at, say, the Decima engine, that who was it? Developed for Horizon Zero Dawn. Who made Horizon? Guerrilla. There you go. They made. I bet you'd find it does certain things very well and not other things as well. Big open world's probably fine. A lot of stuff moving around in it simultaneously. A lot of complex systems. Maybe not so much, because it's a relatively simple open world. It had its issues, but not as many. But then again, there's less stuff going on in it. Less complex stuff going on. And what was I looking for? Night vision goggles. That's what I wanted.
When you're done looting up, I'll be up ahead.
Gonna find you soon, human!
Just when I thought we were getting along.
Shoot him! Shoot him all!
Yeah, shareholder influence and companies being run by the accountants is certainly not a good thing when it comes to creative industries.
Safe H2? Gotta keep moving.
Not sure how that went the way it did. I really was expecting a different result there. Nick saved my ass a little bit. Sentinel's mahogany baseball bat. To be honest, I don't think the shareholders will be pushing for less quality control, really. They'll be pushing for faster turnaround times and quicker profits, which is results in the same place, but it's not exactly the same thing. Not sure what's making that noise though, because I'm pretty sure I destroyed it. Hmm. So what was night vision? Yeah, back when software was released on physical media, it was also limited by the size of the physical media in some ways. So, the complexity was lower. But yeah, you're not wrong either. Catch you later, Noel. Have a good night. Yeah, so I don't imagine that their specific objection is to... Well, the long-term shareholders definitely won't be as short-sighted, funnily enough. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're just demanding quicker returns and gains, and they don't really give a shit about how it comes around, which forces the same result, as opposed to demanding a particular set of circumstances. But it doesn't make much difference either way, really. The result's the same, isn't it? These days you wait to get games. Yeah, I don't blame you, Steve. Fine if you got that option. Which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Normal observation, part of the service, did time to babysit, no Xion. I'm just part of the service.
Just part of the service.
I think I'm gonna like you even more than Glory. If you ever need grub, bullets, or just a power nap, take the elevator up to Tycon. My house is yours. But right now, I need to take care of H2. Later.
There we go. Fine, dog mate. Oh, H2, move a little quicker than that. You think you found, but doesn't seem to be anything interesting. Oh, I see. It is Stimpack antibiotics. Right. Well, we're here. Taking the road is probably going to be the way to go. Smaller timelines. Yeah, shorter timelines in general, I imagine, though. Like I say, they want to shave everything they possibly can to save money so that their profit margin is as big as possible. People, timelines. Anything else that they can chop off to maximise profit? I don't want to shoot him. What's going on here now? A billboard. Somebody's painting. Brotherhood Night, maybe.
If you aren't Brotherhood, you're nothing.
Yeah. Suspect most of them don't give us guttering fuck how money is saved as long as it's saved. Maybe I'm overly cynical. Maybe. It was actually surprisingly hard to get into, though. Anyway. There's the back door. So, we want to save before we talk to Carrington, don't we? Either way. Prioritising shareholders is definitely a major issue for not just the games industry, but a lot of industries. Not shareholders, they're important. We've got to look after them. They are the last people on fucking earth you should be looking after. They do fuck all and expect tons in return. Don't get me wrong, they put money in and that's important, but it's not a big a deal, really. Staff get shit on a hell of a lot for it in a lot of industries, in a lot of ways. And it ain't okay. If anything, in my view, shareholders should be the lowest priority group when it comes to making considerations on how a business is run. Well, it is.
Tom needs you. He keeps bugging me about it.
Well, they deserve a return on their investment. Yeah, but last priority. Right. Yeah, I can't save because survival mode, that's the problem.
The
Right.
H222 situation appears to have been resolved satisfactorily, but there's yet more to be done. Since the fall of the switchboard, we've ascertained the fate of all but 2 safe houses. I want you to check on Augusta.
The safe houses are in trouble too? I thought only the switchboard was attacked.
The Institute didn't content itself with just destroying our headquarters. No. They launched simultaneous strikes on all we hold dear. Herkimer and Allen's safe houses are both confirmed kills. Many fear Augusta will be added to that list.
How bad did the Institute hurt us, Doc?
Frankly, we're lucky there's a railroad left at all. I don't remember a time our numbers have been so few. But the mission carries on.
Yeah. True for a lot of stuff. Definitely a problematic situation, that. I mean, yeah, exactly. Anything like that should be a long-term thing, but investing people's pensions and the like seems like an abuse of the situation. Mind you, they're supposed to make them grow, but at the same time, investing in such a risky manner to try and grow it doesn't seem like a reasonable thing to be doing.
Tell me about Augusta.
Details awaited.
Especially when you get fucked over without anybody knowing about it.
Odds are very good you're walking into something nasty.
Right. So that's that. Now we'll find out where Mercer Safe House is going to come up.
Confirmed. Agent Whisper has arrived. I have a mission for you. Without increasing efficiency of synth traffic flow, odds of entire organization being compromised increase daily. Solution: a new distribution center needs to be established.
Distribution center?
A distribution center? What's that?
The railroad organization calls distribution centers safe houses. A place where synths are stored and then rerouted safely through the region known as the Commonwealth. Mission details
Yeah.
commencing. Pacify
think
the
it's-
target location. Fortify position.
You got a fair point there, Andrew. When it all bursts, and it inevitably will soon.
New distribution center will be codenamed Mercer Safe House. Good luck.
And there's a lot of people going to find their future disappears. Tuffington Boathouse, even better. First time, I got the one I wanted. Wonderful. That is bloody great. Tuffington is exactly where I wanted Mercer Safe House to be, so happy about that. That's not the dead drop. That's where... That's not correct at all. There's a safe house at the same one, is it? Oh wait, here it is. The dead drop's on the other side of the road. That's weird. Very, very weird. That's where I think it is. That's in the middle of a Sanctuary Hills type area that's been turned into a super mutant den, so that's going to be a fun time. Anyway, that went surprisingly well. So, on that note, for one evening, I think we're going to probably put a pin in it, because it is getting a little late now. At least it's saved. Yeah, that was fun. That went reasonably well tonight. Bit of a late start, but we got done more than I hoped, in fact. So that's always nice when that happens. Definitely pleased about that. I always remember those railroad quests taking longer than they do. I don't know why. Possibly because I'm now on a one-hit kill thing. If I'm careful, I can take things out effectively quicker, as long as I don't get myself killed. That might be why I'm speeding through things a bit quicker. Which is not such a bad thing, really. It does mean that I also encounter challenges on occasion, which is fun. Yeah, enjoyed that. Tomorrow's Friday, so yeah. I do want to start on some more building soon. I think the next thing I'll probably do is a caravan spot for Sanctuary. Figure out what I'm going to do there. But we'll have to see. For right now, that probably won't come through till next week anyway, because it's Thursday night, just about Friday, and well, I need some weekend to myself, and it's going to take a while to do. So yeah, just what it is. Hopefully we'll be getting back into 76 and doing some building on that before long, but current situation, I don't know what I'm going to build next. I've got an idea. Well, actually I've got two ideas at the moment. So I'll probably do one of those. But yeah. Yeah, with the current situation in 76 and camp building not being working properly at the moment, I'm kind of holding off on it until that gets fixed, which hopefully will be as soon as next week. But we might hear something on a patch tomorrow, a date for it, or it might not happen until next week. It should ideally be coming around by Tuesday, which I think is the 3rd, isn't it? Yeah. We'll see, I guess. Anyway. Hopefully it all works out well. Beyond that, I don't know, there's a whole lot going on. There's end of season 2 of the show next week. See what happens there as well. That's going to be interesting. Don't know how don't know how I'm going to react to that. I don't know if I'll make a video on it either. Might make a short video talking about my thoughts on season 2, but we'll see. So far, on the whole, I'm enjoying it quite a lot. There's been a few complaints here and there. There's a few bits that I was a little bit like iffy on. They've definitely done some weird stuff with the positions of things as regards the New Vegas map. Anyway, mind you, the New Vegas map itself does some weird stuff with the positions of things, so hey ho. But yeah, there was logically the route that Lucy and the Ghoul came into the New Vegas region would be via where those two big statues are at the south corner of the map, and then they went up to Novak, which is right. But after that, they kind of zigzag a bit to places that are all over the spot, and it's a bit weird. And then they ended up on the one side of town, not the other side of town, but the opposite side to where they were previously. They somehow cut across. It's all a bit weird. But yeah, it's cool anyway. Definitely enjoying it. And they've walked back some of the stuff from season 1 that I thought was particularly dumb, and also left a few mysteries. And there's some stuff that's got me scratching my head as well. But yeah, it's quite cool. The main shot prediction of the show will end on some thing to do with Capital Wasteland, and the day after that, Fallout 3 Remaster Shadow Drops. It could reference the Capital Wasteland. Jumping all the way over there is a very long way for them to go, and I think the preference inside of Bethesda and between Bethesda and the showrunners is that Bethesda stay on the East Coast and the show stays West Coast. So I think it's unlikely that they'll go there. It's so very far away, and yeah, I don't think they want to step too much on the recent games. I mean, New Vegas, they've kind of done it anyway, but it's on that side of the country, and kind of had to. But Big MT, I've heard that before, but I've no idea what it means. Have I? No idea. But yeah, I don't think they'll go over that side, because I think Bethesda and the show want to stay a little bit apart as much as possible. Season 3 New Vegas DLC. I think they probably will move on from the Vegas area in some way. Yeah, I think they probably will move out of the New Vegas area. But I don't think they'll go that way. I would guess they'd go San Francisco, Seattle, that general direction, rather than... Yeah, I haven't played any of the New Vegas DLC. Colorado is a maybe. Yeah, they could end up there. But yeah, Colorado seems about right, because... Well, actually, I don't know. My familiarity is starting to fall apart there. Vegas is Arizona. There's Utah somewhere around there, but I can't remember exactly where that is in relation to Arizona. Utah and Colorado butt up against each other, don't they? Maybe it is a bit of a stretch. It's like the walk from LA to the New Vegas area is 4 days of solid walking. Then yeah, it's about 4 days of solid working. So you spread it out with like actual sleeping and looking for food and stuff like that. Then a couple of weeks on foot is kind of believable for the show. I can't see them extending it across country, which would take a lot longer to walk. So yeah, so Colorado even would be a stretch, but yeah, we'll see. I think they'll stay in that region. I definitely think it is extremely unlikely that we'll see a shadow drop for Fallout 3 Remaster in a week, to the point where I would practically bet my left nut on it not happening. Just because I very, very, very much doubt they started work on Fallout 3 and New Vegas remasters until after Oblivion Remastered launched and did well. I think they will have kept that alone as a standalone thing, as a test case, to see if what they wanted to do with that worked. And when it did, then they'll have gone, okay, we'll do subsequent things. I don't think they'll have overlapped them. They might, but I wouldn't bet on it. And if that is the case, then there is no way it comes out less than 12 months after Oblivion, even with the work they did to sort of lie Unreal on top of the engine. There's still too much individual work on a game-by-game basis that would have to be done for them to be doing it that quick. That's my theory. My bet will be they'll stay, as I say, West Coast, and the Fallout 3 remaster will come out about a year from now to time with the release of Season 3. That's where my money is. I think that's a much more likely scenario. Arizona Ranger build. Yep. I do like the approach. It's showing the Zetans. Yes, they did. I can't see them going quite that far there. Throwing them in an icebox in Area 51 is one thing. There's a little like, oh look, there's one. Having them beam to a spaceship is probably a bit more than I think most people could even manage to go with. It was a stretch in a way on at Fallout 3. I think it would be a little bit too. I think a stretch credulity for too much of the audience, I think that. Those of us who know about the Zetan's role in the Fallout universe might be a bit more okay with it, but the TV audience is probably a bit much, I think. I did like seeing it in there, though. That did make me laugh. Although I thought the joke around it was a bit much. Same with a lot of the jokes. When they've put deliberate jokes into the show, they've taken them a bit too far in Season 2, I think. That was one of my criticisms. Like, some of the... Having the jokes in there and the humour's great, but some of it is just a bit too bloody obvious. It's like a bit too... lowbrow in some ways, I guess. I think they could have been smarter with some of it. Is Fallout 3 actually come back out? Yeah, they are working on the remaster already. It's not officially confirmed, but the rumours come from very, very reliable avenues. So it's much, much, much more likely to be true than not. But they almost certainly will shadow drop it as well. They have hinted at that. Other portrayal speeds, yeah, I mean, you will get some absolute dumbasses in there, of course, but they were a little too okay with really stupid behaviour. Yeah, I didn't like the Brotherhood portrayal much at all. I've always felt, same for Season 1, that the Brotherhood side of things was the weakest part of the show. Yeah, like, you've got knights fighting each other in power armour for, like, amusement, and then fighting each other to the death right there, and nobody has a problem with that. I'm like... In some places, yeah, like tribal stuff or raider gangs or whatever. But in the Brotherhood, no. Especially as in the next fucking breath, they're talking about how violence against another Brotherhood member is not okay. It's like, nah, that was not done very well, I don't think. But there we go. Season 3 Tactics. Again, there's one I don't really know very much about. Although, if I remember rightly, I didn't have the best reputation out of the games. They'll go back towards Fallout 1 and 2 and the Enclave. I could see them doing that. I think they'll double in the direction of bringing the Enclave in, so that's more plausible. Hooked on 3 and still playing 4? Yes, me too, mate. Well, obviously today. But yeah, 3 was the one that not only hooked me on Fallout, but also kind of got me back into gaming after a few years off of it, or with much, much less gaming, so yeah. Tactics is the banned one that got kicked out of the canon. I wasn't sure if it's that one or the Brotherhood of Steel one. That one I also remember was not particularly well regarded. But yeah, Tactics is particularly unlikely. Still. Yeah. I'm interested to see what they do with the next episode and where they go for Season 3, but both are related. Yeah, I thought there was a connection there. They were around about the same time, weren't they? Ish. Yeah, I don't know when. Not sure it was late 90s or early 2000s either way. It's not something I've ever really looked into, that time period. I know a little bit about 1 and 2, but not much. I had a crack at playing Fallout 1, and it was... No, it didn't play out. It hasn't aged well, I think is probably the best way of putting it. I should give it another go at some point, but in Black yeah. Anyway. So, tomorrow Mercer Safe House needs setting up. And presumably Butcher's Bill. I want to check out the come on, computer. Play nice. Ballistic Weave. Comes from one of Pam's missions, doesn't it? So I think I need to do Mercer Safe House and then press on from there. Unlocking it. There we are. Boston After Dark done. Mercer Safe House. Yeah, okay, so we need to do that. Mercer Safe House in particular, and then Ballistic Weave should start coming up after that. 3's as ancient as you can tolerate. Yeah. I mean, there's games further back than that I still absolutely love, but Fallout 1 isn't one of them. Not yet, anyway. Weaver's one takes a variable number of missions. Yeah, but they open up after Mercer Safe House is done, though, don't they? They start coming through. Because it's buried in a Radiant mission, isn't it? But if I don't start, I'll never get there, so that's going to be the plan tomorrow, I think. Anyway, we'll see how we do. And a whole bunch more crap to try and deal with tomorrow. Oh yeah, incidentally, those of you who are Facebook-coded people, if you are getting notifications through there, you may wish to transfer over to probably Blue Sky and or Instagram, and make sure you've got your notifications switched on YouTube as well, because I'm probably going to kick Facebook into touch, because I want to cut down severely on my Meta product usage. I don't think I'll be able to cut Instagram out of my life, unfortunately. Mostly, unfortunately, with it being a Meta thing, but I do want to cut Facebook out as much as humanly possible, so yeah. Likely from Monday, I will probably not be using Facebook anymore. That's my plan anyway, so if that's you, you need another social thing, or at the very least reliable notifications from YouTube, so you might want to check that. Yeah, that's my current thing. I still need to work out what the heck's going on with whether or not we're going to jump over to Twitch, so that probably won't be next week, but it might be on after that, because yeah, I still need to figure my shit out, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. We've had fun today. Yes. I was going to say something I forgot to mention because I did. Oh yeah, that was it, Mac. Yeah, I bonked your previous comment on the head just because it was way too much detail for spoilers at this point. Don't know that everybody has watched enough of the show to be dropping spoilers yet, so sort of hints and vagaries is one thing, but specific details are a bit much. Is why it got bonked on the head, but yeah, whatever. It is fine. Anyway, yeah, you know where all buttons are down below. Social media links, like I say, move away from Facebook, and so on. Yeah, like, subs, notification bell, definitely notification bell. Check out playlists if you want to watch other stuff or more of this stuff, and yeah, channel memberships if you're interested are always appreciated too. Very, very much so. But we'll pick up some more Fallout 4 tomorrow, and yeah, as I say, we'll figure out the video thing. Probably will be next week before videos happen, unless something strange happens between now and then. But we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I think it'll be Witcher on Monday, Tuesday next week, Witcher 3, and then again Thursday, Friday for Fallout. And I think I'm doing something else on Wednesday night. I think doing something with a wife. So yeah, I think that's going to be next week. So we may not have a stream next Wednesday, but we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know nearer the time when I actually know what the hell's going on. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. Do appreciate. I'll say, you know what to do. Have yourselves a good rest of your evening. Have a good day tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. And yeah, we'll be back a little bit earlier tomorrow. I don't think anything's going to come up that's going to force me to start late. Unless a video needs to be made out of nowhere. But yes. Otherwise, around about 8 o'clock, I hope. You can't see that because it's outside the shop. I did that on the other side, and it was outside the. It was off that side of the screen. Ah, oh dear. Anyway, have a good one. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, folks. All right. Bye.